Hello students, let's solve few more problems of compound interest. Find the rate percent of compound interest if a sum invested doubles after 4 years. Okay, so here we know n, so in this question we know n, which is 4 years, or we can see t is 4 years. Okay, a we don't know, p also we don't know, but we know that the rate of percent of CI if the sum invested doubles after 4 years. That means amount will be 2 times of P. That means A will be equal to 2P. Right? That means if principal is 100, amount will become 200. Okay? So that is given. So let us assume that let P is equal to 100. So let P is equal to 100, then A is equal to 200. Okay, so find the rate of percent, and you are supposed to find R, not A or P. You are supposed to find R. Okay, so yeah, find the rate of percent of CI if a sum invested doubles after 4 years. Okay, so that means if principal is 100, then amount will become 200. It is doubling in 4 years, and you are supposed to find rate of interest. Okay, so we have the formula for R, right? So R is equal to antilog of log A minus log P divide by n minus 1. So to avoid confusion, you can put this in bracket. Okay, so let's solve. Antilog of log A, which is 200, minus log P. Log P is 100 upon n minus 1. Okay, so how much is log 200 and 100? That we have to solve. Okay, so let's solve that. So log, I'll just leave few lines. You have to find out log 200 and log 100, right? Log 100 and log 200. So let's start solving. Okay, so here is my log table. Okay, so log 100, so 100, which is log 100. Okay, so when I say log 100, okay, so log 100, that means before decimal there are 3 digits, correct? So number of digits are 3 digits minus 1, so 2 point. And when you see this, now you forget about the digits. Now 100, so 100 means 100, right? So first 2 columns. So if you see log table 10, row 10 column 0 is 0000. Okay, and there is no mean difference, right? So it becomes 0000. So it is 2.0000. Okay, so that means log 100 is 2, right? Similarly, log 200, there are 3 digits before decimal, so 2 point. Okay, now let us see log 220. It is 3010. Okay. So 3010. So log 100 is 2 and log 200 is 2.3010. So antilog log 200 is 2.3010 minus 2 divide by n is 4, right? Minus 1. Okay, so 2.3010 minus 2 divided by 4. So antilog, okay, let's use the calculator. 2.3010 minus 2, it comes to 0.301, right? Divide by 4, it is 0.07525. So 0.07525, okay, minus 1. Now let's find antilog of 0.07525. Okay, so okay, I'll use space here. I'll just rub this. Antilog of 0.07525. Okay, so now before the decimal there is no digit, that means there is 0. So 0 plus 1 will become 1 point. Okay, now let us take after the decimals. Okay, so now 0.07 row, column 5 and mean difference 2, and 5 you have to ignore. Okay, you have to see only 4 digit after the decimal point. So 0.07, that is my column, no, that is my row, column 5. So let's see what is that. Okay, row 0.07, column 5. So let's go to antilog table. 0.07 column 5. 0.07 column 5 is 1189. Okay, 1189. Row 0.07 column 5 is 1189. Okay, and mean difference, you have to see 2. For 2, what is the mean difference? Okay, so for 2, 8, 9, for 2 mean difference is 1. So you have to add 1 plus 1. So it becomes 1190. Okay, so antilog of this will be 1 point, oops, sorry, this is not the way, I did it wrong. Sorry. Okay, so when you are calculating antilog, okay, when you are calculating antilog is given antilog of 0.0507525, right? You will see only the digits after the decimal point. Okay, so column row 7, row 0.07, and then you will see column 5 and mean difference 2. Okay, so when you see that, it is 1189 plus 1, it becomes 1190. Okay, now you have to see the number of digits before decimal. There is 0 digit before decimal, right? The number of digits is 0. So you will do 0 plus 1, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So after one digit you will put a decimal point. So 1.190. So antilog of 0.07525 is 1.190 minus 1. Okay. So when you do this, you will get 0.19. 0.19 means 19%. So answer is 19%. So R is equal to 19%. Now let's solve the next question. A sum of money was invested at compound interest at the end of first year. The interest was rupees 1701, and at the end of second year it was rupees 1854.09. Find the sum invested and the rate of interest. Okay. So here let us write what all is given. When n is equal to 1, compound interest is equal to 1701. Okay. When n is equal to 2, compound interest is equal to 1854.09. Okay. So this is what is given. You don't know P. Okay. So let P be X. Okay. So what a sum of money was invested at compound interest. At the end of first year, interest is this much, and at the end of second year, the interest was okay. Find the sum invested and the rate of interest. So principal you don't know, right? Let that be X. You don't know P, and you don't know R also. Sum of interest, rate of interest also you don't know. Okay. So let P be X. Okay. Now for the first year, P is equal to X, compound interest is equal to 1701. Okay. For second year, P is P only. Okay, but second year you will be having X plus 1701, that is interest of the first year. Okay, and on this you are getting compound interest 1854.09. Okay, so increase in interest is 1854.09 minus 1701. So when you subtract it, it becomes 153.09. Okay. So I can say that when principal increases by 1701, interest increases by 153.09. So on 1701 the interest is 153.09. Okay, so if principal is 100, how much is interest? Let's calculate this. So rate of interest will be 100 into 153.09 divided by 1701. When you compute this, 15309 divided by 1701, it comes to 9. Okay, so rate of interest is 9%, and R is asked and even P is asked, right? So now we know R is 9%. Okay, so for the first year, compound interest is equal to simple interest only, right? So for year 1, compound interest is equal to simple interest. Year 2, compound interest, simple interest changes, right? So simple interest formula is PTR, right? Principal we don't know. Simple interest for year 1 was, like compound interest for year 1 was, or simple interest for year 1 was 1701. T is 1 year and R is 9%, 9 upon 100, so 0.09. Okay, so P is equal to 1701 divided by 0.09, which comes to 1701 divided by 0.09, which is 18,900. So answer is 18,900. Okay, I'll explain this question again. Okay, let me explain this again. I'll just rub it out and explain this again. Okay, so what happens in simple interest and what happens in compound interest? Okay, suppose I'll just revise you all again so that you understand better. Okay, now in simple interest, suppose the principal amount is 1000. Okay, and rate of interest is 10%. Okay, suppose rate of interest is 10%. So interest for first year will be 10% is 100. Next year, right, so first year interest will be 100, second year also interest will be 100 only because it is on 1000, and third year also it will be interest will be 100 only. So at the end of the year amount will be 1300. Okay, but in compound interest what happens? First year suppose amount is 100, 10% is the interest rate, and first year interest will be 100. So simple interest for first year and second year, simple interest and compound interest for first year and second year is same. Right, now this has become 1100. Okay, and interest on 1100 is calculated for the second year. This is 110 is for the interest for second year in case of compound interest, correct? So interest is on 1100, right? So 1100 means compound the principal amount plus interest of the first year, right? Similarly, we have done the same thing. We did the same thing, right? So interest on first year and first year in case of simple interest and in case of compound interest is same. Okay, so we'll calculate again what we have done, okay, for better understanding. So you all know that compound interest and simple interest is same for the first year. So a sum of money was invested at compound interest at the end of first year. Okay, we don't know how much is invested. Let the invested amount be X. Okay, so invested amount is X. Okay, and at the end of first year the interest was 1701. So plus interest of first year is 1701. Okay, so for the second year the interest will be calculated on 1701 plus x plus 1701, correct? The principal amount plus interest, right, plus interest of second year. So interest of second year is 1854.09. Okay, so principal of for the third year will be x plus 1701 plus 1854.09, but that doesn't matter, we don't want that. Okay, so what I mean to say is this interest like 1854.09 is calculated on x plus 1701. Okay, so this interest is calculated on this amount, right? Okay, so for the first year my principal was x. For the second year my principal was x plus 1701. So my principal increased by 1701. Okay, for the first year my interest, this is principal. For the first year my interest was 1701. So it is calculated on x. For my second year the interest is calculated on x plus 1701, which is 1854.09. We are just subtracting 1854.09 minus 1701. Okay, this is second year, this is first year. Okay, so how much it has increased? 1854.09 minus 1701. So it has increased by 153.09 rupees. Okay, my principal increased by 1701. Interest is, when principal increases by 1701, interest increases by 153.09. Okay, so we will just cross multiply. When principal is 1701, interest is 153.09. If principal is 100, how much will be my interest? Okay, so cross multiply. 153.09 multiplied by 100 divided by 1701. When you calculate this, it comes to 9. So when principal is 100, interest is 9. That means my rate of interest is 9%. Okay, now you know rate of interest is 9%. Okay, so during the first year for simple interest is equal to compound interest, right? In my example also, when simple, like first year simple interest was 100, even compound interest was also 100. right? So simple interest is equal to compound interest. So we will use compound interest, simple interest formula and find out R, because that is easier. Okay. So for first year, compound interest is equal to simple interest. Okay. And first year, how much was my interest? Interest was 1701. Okay. Simple interest is equal to P into T into R. Okay. Now simple interest is 1701. Principal we don't know. T is 1 year and R is 9%. 9% means 9 upon 100 or 0.09. Okay. When you calculate this, P is equal to 1701 into 100 divided by 9. When you do this, you will get rupees 18900. So principal comes to 18,900 rupees. Okay. I believe you have understood. If you did not understand, please put it in the comments so that I can explain the same problem in the next class as well. Okay. So but while writing in the exam, you can write the way I wrote it in the first time. The way I wrote, same way you write it in the exam. If you write this way also, it is not an issue. You can write the way you want to write it. Okay. Just make sure that the answer is correct. Okay. And whatever you are doing has logic. Okay. Anyway, let's see the next problem. Find the compound interest on rupees 4,000 at 8% per annum for 2 years if the interest is calculated half yearly. Okay, now interest is calculated more than once during a year. Okay, then how you are supposed to calculate? I think we have done this. Okay, whenever it is more than once, okay, half yearly means interest is calculated 2 times in a year. Okay, quarterly means interest is calculated 4 times in a year. Every 3 months it is calculated, so 4 times in a year. If it is monthly, if it is given interest is calculated monthly, that means in a year 12 times it is calculated. Okay, half yearly means 2 times, quarterly means 4 times, and monthly means 12 times. Okay, in a year how many times interest is calculated? Half yearly means interest is calculated 2 times. Okay, so first let us write the compound interest formula. Okay, so find the compound interest on rupees 4,000. That means P is equal to rupees 4,000 at 8% per annum. So R is equal to 0.08 for 2 years. So N is equal to 2. If the interest is calculated half yearly. Half yearly means interest is compounded 2 times in a year. Okay, you can put any name for that. Okay, M or K or whatever. In a year it is calculated twice. Okay, so here the formula will be CI is equal to P into 1 plus R raised to N. This is the actual formula, right? Minus P. Okay, this is the formula for compound interest, correct? But when it is done half yearly, or you just have to multiply N into 2 because M is equal to 2 and divide R by 2. Okay, I think in the one of the previous chapter, previous lecture also I have mentioned this. Okay, like number of times you have to multiply N. Okay, N means number of years, or T into 2. Okay, or N into 2, it's one and that same thing. Here I am writing T. Okay, T into 2 was number of times, and R you have to divide by 2. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, now in the question, if it was given instead of half yearly, it was given monthly, then what you would have done? You would have done n into 12 and r divided by 12. Monthly means 12 times in a year, right? Interest is calculated, interest is like compounded 12 times in a year. If quarterly was given, then you will do n into 4 and r divided by 4. Okay, n into 4 is 4n. n into 4 is 4n, right? Here it is half yearly, so you will do r divided by 2 and n into 2. Okay, so let's calculate this. P is 4000. 1 plus r 0.08 divided by 2 raised to 2 into 2 is 4 minus 4000. So this is 4000. 1 plus 0.08 divided by 2, which is 0.04 raised to 4 minus 4000. This will become 4000 into 1.04 raised to 4 minus 4000. Now I'll solve this. Okay, 1.04 raised to 4. So let's calculate. 1.04 into and is equal to 3 times. So it is coming 1.16985. So I can write 1.1699. So 4000 into 1.1699. First I'll multiply this, then minus 4000. Okay, so 4000 multiplied by 1.1699, it comes to 4600 and whatever minus 4000. So 679.6. 679.6 is the compound interest. Okay, I believe you have understood. Let us solve few more problems. Find the amount after 3 years and 7 months. Okay, if rupees 20,500 invested at 10% compound interest per annum, compounded half yearly. Okay, so when it is 3 years and 7 months. Okay, so for 3 years you will calculate in one bracket, and for 7 months you will calculate in another bracket. Okay, so find the amount. So what is the formula for amount? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R raised to N. Correct? Okay, so this bracket is for 3 years. Okay, for 7 months I will use different bracket, which is 1 plus KR. Okay, so here also if you see, the interest is calculated half yearly. So you will multiply n into 2 and divide r by 2. Similarly, KR also by 2 you have to divide, because r is there, no? R you have to divide by 2. Okay, so here P is the principal. Okay, so P is equal to 20,500 invested at 10%. So R is equal to 0.1. 10% is 0.1, right? Just do 10 divided by 100. You will get 0.1. Okay, K, what is K? Okay, when there are years and months. Okay, so first you take years and then you take months. Calculate for years first and months. Okay, so here it is given 7 months, right? So 7 months means, in case of compound interest, 7 months means in terms of year it is 7 by 12. When you convert it into year, out of 12 years, 7 months. Okay, so K is equal to 7 by 12. Okay, so A is equal to principal, which is 20,500 into 1 plus R. R is 0.1 divided by 2, because interest is calculated half yearly. Half yearly means in a year twice. N is 3. 3 into 2, 3 2s are 6. Okay, 1 plus, here you will not put raised to n, okay, in the K bracket. Okay, so 1 plus K. K is 7 by 12. Okay, and R by 2. R is 0.1 divided by 2. Okay, so let's calculate this. So this will become 20500 1.05 raised to 6. Okay, now let's calculate this. 1 plus 7 into 0.1 divided by 24. 7 into 0.01 divided by 24. It comes to 0. Just a second. 12 into 2 is 24. Yeah. It comes to 0.00291666. Okay, so it comes to 0.00. I'll just calculate again. Okay, it was 7 into 0.1 is equal to 0.7 divided by 24. Okay, it's 0.02916. 0.02916. Okay, so which is 20500 1.05 raised to 6 1.02916. Now let's calculate this bracket first. 1.05 raised to 6. 1.05 raised to 6. So into and is equal to 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it comes to 1.3401. 20,500 into 1.3401, or you can just ignore it also, into 1.0291. Instead of 6, because the fifth digit is more than 5, I'll write 2. Let's calculate this. 1.3401 multiplied by 20,500 multiplied by 1.02 292. It comes to 28,274.23. 28,274.23. So this will be the amount. Okay. Okay. Now when it comes to compound interest, okay, I'll just repeat the formula again. A is equal to P into 1 plus R raised to n. Okay, raised to n means number of years, right? If number of years is 2, so you will do raised to 2. If number of years is 3, then you will do raised to 3. Okay, but in this question it was 3 years and 7 months. Okay, so for 3 years, if you are doing, this is the bracket. For 7 months, you have to put it in another bracket, which is 1 plus KR. Okay, where K is number of months. Like if it is given 3 years 7 months, so you will do, instead of K you will write 7 by 12. If it is 6 months, you will do 6 by 12. If it is 4 months, you will do 4 by 12. Okay, so yeah, because here 7 months is more than 6 months. Okay, interest is compounded half yearly, that means in a year it is compounded twice. Okay, so what you will do, R divided by 2, n multiplied by 2. Here also there is R, so R divided by 2. Okay, here you are in this bracket you are dividing by 2 only because number of months is more than 6 months. Okay, so if in the question it was given 3 years and 4 months, then you would have just done 1 plus KR divided by 2. You wouldn't have done, because in 4 months you are calculating interest only once. So in that case you wouldn't have done R divided by 2, because 4 months means in 4 months you are compounding only once, right? So you would have done 1 plus KR. You wouldn't have done divide by 2. Okay. Anyway, let's see the next problem. A certain sum invested at 4% per annum compounded monthly, so that means 12 times in a year, amounts to 7830 at the end of 1 year. Find the sum. Okay, so here amount is given 78,030. P you don't know. Okay, R is 4%, so 0.04. N is equal to 1. And okay, so the formula is, we'll just use the formula for P. Okay, so P is equal to A upon 1 plus R raised to N, right? Because the compounding is done monthly at, because the compounding is done monthly, so N into 12 and R divided by 12. Okay, so P is equal to A is 78,030. 1 plus R is 0.04 divided by 12 raised to 12 into 1. 12 into 1 is 12. Okay. So 78030 divided by 1 plus 0.04 divided by 12. 0.04 divided by 12 is this. Plus 1 is this. So 1.003333. Okay, so I'll write 1.0033. Okay, so 1.0033 raised to 12. Let's calculate this. Okay, 1.0033 raised to 12 means into and is equal to 11 times. Okay, raised to 12 means is equal to, you will plus 11 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it is 1.0403. So 78,030 divided by 1.0403. Okay, now let's calculate this. 78,030 divided by 1.0403. 78,030 divided by 1.0403. It comes to 75,007.21. 75,007.219, something like that was there. 2194. Okay, or 209 it was, right? So I'll write 21. Okay. Let's solve the next problem. Okay, how much will rupees 32,350 amounts to in 2 years and 3 months at 12% per annum, interest payable quarterly. Quarterly means in a year 4 times. Okay, so let's solve this. Okay, this sum try to solve by your own, and I'll solve in the next class. Let's see whether you are able to solve it correctly or not. Okay, that's it for the day, students. Have a great day.